This NFC South Division Preview Edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
This is Jerry Glanville, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, brother.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stuck in the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Hello, Sean. Hello. I mean, this is
It's low energy, Ryan.
Whoa.
This is the National Football League we're talking about.
It is the NFC South.
Oh wow.
What's exciting in the NFC South?
Michael Penix is exciting. Baker Mayfield woke up dangerous. We
like
got
Baker.
Tiny Bryce Young scampering. He is definitely, you know, how some quarterbacks qualify as scampers. He definitely, it's a scamper.
Who are the
Kyler, clear scamper.
It's fair.
Because a certain when people are announcing, and he scampers out to the 47-yard line.
It's a size thing, right? Like, is Caleb Williams scampering? Kind of.
He's skipping, but I would say it's certain quarterback. It's only quarterback scamper, and then it has to be a smaller quarterback. Like Jalen Hurts, I've watched every single Eagles games. They've never once referred to him running the ball as a scamper. Josh Allen, not a scamper.
Yeah. So I think it's like you got to be
Kyler, known scamper. Bryce Young, known scamper.
I think it's a height and or weight.
Drew Brees, he didn't really run. I'm trying to think of some smaller.
Doug Flutie, scamper.
Oh my
Scampered.
God. Russell
Which, by the way,
Wilson, Ryan.
Watch
Russell
what you
Wilson?
say about Doug Flutie. He's I'm a neighbor with him in my Florida property. So shout out to Doug Flutie. I wouldn't say he's a scamper, especially when he's with Frank Thomas taking their Nugenics.
Yeah, I would not say anything to those guys. They bring some heavy heat. Mike, of course, breaking news. Kelsey has announced his engagement to Taylor Swift.
So what is the internet doing right now?
Oh, they're going nuts, Ryan.
I thought they had already figured it out. It was a script. They were going to break up. It was fake. They had already been married. All wrong. Or is this the cover up?
I'm laughing at Trevor. Also, Ryan saying that Kyler confirmed scamper. Look at that tot go. Tater tot is my new favorite nickname. The Kyler Murray tater tot thing. I'm gonna keep. If you don't like me hearing that nickname, it's gonna be a long season because anytime Arizona bones us, I'm bringing up the tater tot. Put them in some ketchup, Ryan.
Can we plug Barry's at the Circa? The tater tots are
great point,
fucking
Ryan.
believable.
And
it's something that you might not think to order at a steakhouse. Just trust us.
It was
Trust us.
Perfect timing because we ran into Faustino when we were at the Circa. I see him in the chat and he introduced himself. He's like, "Hey man, it's Faustino.
Nice.
I'm the guy with the Calvin Peen on and I can't tell if it's Calvin Peen on something. I think he's a Raiders fan. Correct me, Faustino, but he said he went to Barry's. Barry's, I mean, the steaks are great, obviously, but the sides, the gnocchi also extremely good. If you like lobster mac and cheese, that's good. Tater tots, though, great, like high end carbs there. I mean, all the
shockingly, like I said, shockingly good. I also, we had very, very good oysters over at the D as well. Not to plug a different property, but it's also Derek's property.
Yeah.
What's the name of that restaurant?
Andiamo.
Andiamo. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Both honestly, I think those are, and
Derek holds the champions dinner over at the D.
Yes. That's all you need to know.
That's kind of the inside info that I would
basically
start with.
You win $1 million or 6 figures, whatever.
Or this year, the Grandissimo. I mean,
oh my God.
There's going to be millionaires in that room.
Instant millionaires. That is super cool.
Meatball.
The meatball guys. That was a great story. If you haven't been watching the documentary, that was fun. But the meatball guys, they won last year, and they're all guys who work at like a Hormel meatpacking plant.
Yeah.
And so their team was named Meatball. I had a bunch of guys in and selling steaks and shares, and it was all over the place. But they're seeing those guys in the champions jackets, Ryan. It's hard not to get jealous of the jackets.
All right, so there is a vibe when you're out there, and yeah. On one hand, I couldn't see myself wearing that all the time. On the other hand, I could see myself wearing that to certain situations.
Yeah,
let's make sure people know.
I mean, Ryan, if we win, I feel like for the next year we're just wearing the jackets on decent.
We'll just leave them in the closet out there, and
don't touch this, humans.
Yeah, that would be a massive flex. Are we allowed to be in the football invitational now? No, I'm saying if once we win.
Oh, maybe.
Do you think we'll get invited?
Maybe we'll get the invite, Ryan. Knock on wood. Hey, everyone's invited for the phrase that pays. And I was keeping an eye on the numbers, looking good. So if you're worried, $1,000, that doesn't move the needle. I have a good feeling we're gonna hit crush last year's number, and we're gonna up the prize to $1,250. But again, get in your phrase. Yes.
We also added a best in show.
Best in show. Which the guy who cut out his phrase that pays a la hostage letter, which it must be tough for kidnappers now, Ryan, because everything's typed out. I mean, if you're sending a hostage note, you got to do a lot of clipping and
arts and crafts.
Yeah,
probably just have AI work on.
Find a lot of magazines. Sportsgamblingpodcast.com/phrase. All the info on how to send in your phrase that pays entry for the Circa Future Bet, which we will be giving out live on the NFL Picks podcast Wednesday, 8:30 Pacific. That's when that's starting, and we are going to have a special pregame show for the NFL Week 1 Picks podcast for Patreon members. So good time to get in on the Patreon, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. We also have the free roll football contest announcements coming up next couple days. Stay tuned for that.
I have gotten some DMs, but the craziest message I saw was a very salty Nagels bagel saying, "Hey fuckers, where's the contest? What are we doing here?"
All right, we will we'll get that announced. I think next couple days, but stay tuned. Definitely in time for NFL Week 1, and we also run at a Survivor. Sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Survivor. $100 entry.
Are you in yet?
Yes,
I'm in as well.
If you're new to Splash, promo code finals for a $10 credit. Get in over there. Kramer, let's talk about the NFC South. Starting with the New Orleans Saints, we have the win total set at 5.5. I had them 4-13 going under. You had them 2-15. Ryan, clearing the under pretty easily here. Anything change for you since they were the first team we broke down all the way back?
No, I was actually, I'm glad I went hard.
Yeah,
because all we've learned is that this is going to be at least back then there was a little bit of hope that, Tyler Shuck might be an interesting new quarterback and at least an upgrade over Spencer Rattler. The idea that all three guys are basically playing at the same level, including Jake Haener, that's not good. And we've talked about these teams that just have bad the quarterback rooms are the best way to identify a floor for a team. And when you see a quarterback, it's one thing to say, "Oh, wow, that quarterback room is super fragile." It's another to be like, "Well, where's the ceiling? The ceiling is the floor." What's the optimistic case on any of these quarterbacks?
It's tough. It really is.
Tyler Shuck doesn't. I mean, he's an old guy. It doesn't seem like he's ready. Spencer Rattler has shown us what he is, which maybe they get a scrap. I mean, they are the Saints. They're going to try to win. They're going to spend every penny they have. They're not gonna. They do have a ton of dead money too. That's the thing.
They traded for Devon Vele, which I thought
they're
was
giving
a
up draft
mix.
picks. They're desperately trying to be good now. That's the and the Spencer Rattler. Do they shock a team a couple times at home? Yeah, that's what the 2 wins represents.
Yeah, I think it's one of those teams where, and they still have even though they're going to be bad, they still have a They still have a home field, but
do they though? We've kind of debunked that over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I guess
they've actually been a better road team than home team lately.
One of my favorite bets was they're favored against the Jets week 16. I gave out Jets week 16 plus 1.5.
We said they were going to, I mean,
that's the only time they're favored.
I have a specific prediction that they're going to win week 15 and week 16 because they're the Saints. They don't want to get the number 1 pick.
Maybe
maybe it's still good enough for the number 1 pick, but
yeah, it's tough to project much optimism for this Saints team.
I'm wondering where you're finding 4 wins. That's what I'm wondering.
All right, I'll take a look here.
I feel like you're a little.
I had them 0-4 in the first quarter. Then I had them 1-3. I mean, they play the Giants, the Patriots, the Bucks all at home. I think maybe they can win one of those 3 games.
Since we discussed the Giants and the Saints, they've gone in different directions in terms of aesthetic of football. In terms
of hype.
No, forget the hype.
Hype.
You've with your eyes.
Hype.
You know ball.
Hype.
You've watched both teams in the preseason. Functional football has not been played by the Saints.
I don't have any regrets on my under 5.5 wins. Saints under points. You're always a points guy, Ryan. 331.5. Fewest wins.
How are they scoring points?
It's tough. And you just look at, here's how again, NFL teams don't tank, but the Saints,
they don't tank.
No, they don't.
You don't
tank,
give up a 3rd round pick for a receiver this year.
That was just dumb. But
if you're tanking,
but I would say they're kind of tanking with what they're doing at the quarterback position, because all 3 quarterbacks combined have 7 NFL starts. That the entire roster. If they were really trying their hardest to win, there could have been. I mean, I think Sam Howell is probably better than most of the guys in this quarterback room. Would you agree, Ryan?
It's hard for me to say no.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Sam Howell win some games, throw for 4,000 yards. Yeah, he had turnovers.
He plays out of structure, and he's probably gonna. If you're gonna try to be a defensive team running the ball, he's probably not a good match for that.
I mean, there are quarterbacks available that they could have gotten very cheap that at least have some veteran experience, that if you were hoping to raise the floor of this team, you could have brought those in.
Is that complete?
What do you mean?
Well, I think there are clearly still trades to be made
for a starting quarterback,
for a veteran presence.
Okay. Well, Kenny Pickett was available. They didn't trade for Kenny Pickett.
That might not be an upgrade. I still think, I mean, the one that makes the most sense, because the Saints are stupid, is that they take on the Kirk Cousins money.
No,
I know they're division rivals.
No, they would never. I mean, if they would have done that, they would have done it in the offseason so they could have Kirk Cousins for the entire offseason.
Yeah, just their moves don't match a team that realizes they're not going to win a lot of games this year.
For the most
makes me think they're going to do something.
For the most part, it does. I don't think they're trading for a quarterback.
You don't trade a 3rd round pick if that's your strategy. If your strategy
that was a bad trade,
a top 100 pick, a top 60, like a top 70 pick,
right? Who'd they trade with?
You saying they were just kicking something back to Payton? But again, like this team
Sean Payton knows where some bodies are buried. He called in a favor.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, I want to get rid of Ale. Can you give me some picks? Mickey Loomis, guy who's been involved in all the scandals for the Saints, the pills, the church, the wiretapping.
The pills were more Sean Payton.
Okay, but
they're gotta be careful with that.
They're in it together. Clearly, the trade favored Sean Payton, right?
I'm just pointing out that when you have everything makes sense about a team saying let's eat it this year, and we'll move on to next year.
Yep.
They have a ton of dead money, one of the top teams in the league.
That's what
they
they're
don't
doing.
have a good starting quarterback, but the front office is not operating that way, and so that's what makes me think they're still going to do something. You can still
disagree.
You can still get the Giants are.
They're not trading for a quarterback now.
Okay.
Who are they trading for?
I don't know. I'm just saying they are not operating like a team that is not going to care about.
I think
I
think they are, with the exception of the Vele trade.
Then explain the Vele trade.
I just did.
So you're saying that they like a 5th rounder. Okay. A 3rd rounder.
I think it's
that's insane. That if you think you're going to be bad, that's a top 65 pick. That piece doesn't make sense to me.
Okay. No, I agree.
The Giants
doesn't make
are
sense.
still minus,
but they're not going to trade for a quarterback.
I'm not willing to say that.
Okay, I will.
Okay, we still have like a week and a half before the season.
Why would they have not traded for him by now?
Because they thought the situation was going to be better.
All right.
I don't know.
All right. So then why do you only have them 2 wins if they're going to trade for a vet?
What? I think they're going to be horrible. I think this team is doing dumb, desperate things of a team that's trying to win games strangely. And I don't understand that. If you go listen to beat reporters who cover the team or write for the team, they don't think this team is tanking. That's all I'm saying. I think they're 2-win team because they're that bad. And even at this point, to your point, who are they getting? I can't see a division rival trading with them. So who are they getting?
They're not trading for a quarterback is my point.
Yeah. Then they're going to be maybe a 0-win team.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be good.
I'm just making the point that everyone that covers the team is not saying that they're tanking. Like there's indications that they're not tanking.
Besides the Vele trade, what else are they doing that's showing they're not tanking?
The way that the front office is talking, the way that ownership is talking, the way that the team has always operated. The team has always kicked the can down the road to try to win now.
Yeah, but they didn't do that this year because they didn't bring in a vet. If they would have,
well, they didn't at the quarterback position.
Yeah, which is the most important position.
I know, but that might have been arrogance on the part of the GM or the coach. Clearly, they thought Shuck was going to be better than he was.
All right. Yeah, I don't think they're bringing in a quarterback. I like their under 5.5 wins, and I'll keep it simple. That's my favorite play. Under 5.5 wins. The fewest wins is fun too, but 4-1. What are you doing, Ryan?
Not taking that. I mean, the fewest wins isn't fun because that's not a good price. It's the NFL.
Yeah.
Plenty of other teams can slip down into like a 3-win range and we'll be sitting here and you'll have to be worrying about dead heat or whatever. I would say that it's either the points or just playing the under problem. This might be the best win total on the board. What's the price currently?
I thought it's still 5.5, or do they move it down to 4.5?
I have to imagine I'm going to pull it up. I have to imagine God, there's so many categories of bets right now. I'd have to imagine, and maybe we play an alt here. So 5.5 under is -175 now.
Okay. So what's an alt price that we can
4.5 is +125.
All right. I'll make that my favorite play. Under 4.5 at +125. That feels pretty good. Kramer, what are you doing?
And I would say comparing the alt to the fewest wins, you are better off playing the fewest wins because like under 2.5 is 4-1. But I'll join you. You know what? I'll take the points. Fuck it. This offense is gonna suck.
What is the 331.5? I'm
gonna make sure it hasn't gone down. But yeah, I don't know. So they're gonna, and if they are gonna have a good unit, it's gonna be the defense, right?
It's certainly not going to be the
hasn't
offense.
Moved. The points haven't moved. I wonder how much action they take in these markets. They bury them.
Kramer, what do you have any final words for your paisan Tommy DeVito? People are talking about it in the chat.
We'll see. I mean, he could be back on the practice squad. Have I not been talking about this for weeks?
Yeah.
Did I not tell you that was the send-off game?
No, I did not have Tommy DeVito on my Giants 53.
Yeah.
He was clearly not going to make.
Neither did I. It sounded like there were some conversations about like a late round pick swap, and then they cut him.
Yeah, it's a no-show gig.
Now it does sound like the reporting would suggest that I think even though he wants to try to play quarterback in the NFL, I think he understands he can really monetize himself, and the likelihood that he ends up back on the practice squad, I think is pretty reasonable. So this might not be the end.
Okay. Stay tuned.
If I had I'd say it's a favorite for him to land on the practice squad.
Hey, we're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Shout out to MyBookie.ag. Get in on all the football action, including MyBookie's Super Contest. They have a $100,000 NFL Super Contest. You pick 5 games against the spread. Only a $15 entry, and they're offering buy 2 entries, get 1 free. Very fun. load up now. Get in on some of these 5 picks against the spread.
CJ might buy a dozen.
Oh yeah, he's all over that. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of locations, and they brought it back. 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. MyBookie.ag promo code SGPN. 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. MyBookie.ag promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. That's right. Rhythm NFL is back. We don't need to tell you guys, but in case there's some non-ball knowers, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Get in over there. They crushed it on the props, 15-8 on Josh Allen passing props last season. Let's see some of their favorite. Oh, they're showing Baker, and the Rhythm model does like the Bucks -1.5 on the road. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Get your 7-day free trial today. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
We should update with some breaking news too.
What do we got?
I don't know how. I might be a little late here, but they have announced that Spencer Rattler is the starter.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, it doesn't affect any of my handicapping. Ryan, does this affect your handicapping of them trading for a starting quarterback?
You're really leaning into one. I'm saying this isn't a team. I still worry about this team because they've never shown me that they are tanking. And this year they've not said or done anything to suggest they're tanking other than whiff on a draft pick, which I think is accidental.
Okay. But then that would make, I guess then that's
what worries me. That's what I'm telling you. The worry as someone who's smashing the under, thinks they're not going to win any games, is they do something stupid and trade for a mid veteran.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
That's my fear.
Yeah. I would say put your fears away. They're not trading for a quarterback at this point in the season. What about the Carolina Panthers? I had them going 8-9. You had them going 8-9. Their win total is set at 6.5.
Might be in a little bit of a pickle here.
Really? What do you got? What are you feeling, Ryan?
Well, I don't hate the pick.
Yeah.
But I also don't. I don't really want to be involved in Bryce Young. I don't really want to be involved in the stat nerd community backing Mr. Eric Eager and his models in the front office. I mean, you see how hot and bothered they got when they saw him on the draft coverage. I don't know if you saw that, but no,
I didn't.
They got very hot when they saw Eric Eager sitting close to the GM.
I don't. Who are you referring to?
The internet.
Oh, okay.
Like the people on Twitter that like revere the high-ranking stat analytical brains of the industry.
So yeah, I feel. I watching them in the preseason. I am reminded how tiny Bryce Young is.
That is tough.
Certified scamper. But I think you look at their schedule. I like their. What's up?
That's funny. Certified scamper.
Oh, certified scamper. I mean, he is. He's 100% a scamper. Now you look at their. I don't like that they're trying to trade Adam Thielen. Hashtag friend of the program.
They have so many good players.
I mean, I do like that receiving room though. I think Ted McMillan, Abuka's getting all the buzz, but Ted McMillan, if you're playing in like a full point PPR league, or if you're looking at some of his props, he might be able to eat.
Well, he's going. I mean, like the high stakes stuff, he's going a solid 2 rounds earlier.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the sharps are on.
He's going like end of third now.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of buy into the whole kind of like I've been talking about the deep ball stuff with Slayton and Neighbors with the Giants. I do kind of think Bryce will be able to throw a ball that Tet can catch. Like we're going to look at this and be like, God damn it. He was covered and it doesn't matter. And even though Bryce isn't that good, I think I agree with you. And that and a number one receiver changes the offense. So who knows? Maybe they can be mediocre. I still don't buy this defense though. And I think as I watch them this is another team we did relatively early. As I've they haven't really like I haven't been able to make a lot of conclusions from their play, but reading the tea leaves, I think they're going to have depth issues on the defensive side of the ball. And so I worry a little bit if the defense falls apart, is this team going to be able to put up points?
Yeah, I guess that's a concern.
And they play some offenses, you know.
Defense was always going to be the concern. Maybe I got them 8-9. Maybe they're 7-10. I don't 6-11. No, because there was stretches where they played competent football. This isn't going to be one of my win total locks, certainly, but I think they're trending in the right direction enough. And you look at their schedule, there's some winnable games. So 7-10, 8-9 is what I have officially. I'm not going to touch it. I'm officially balanced with my wins. I'm not going to claw back anymore here. But they, I mean, they played the Saints twice. They got some, at New England. I think they might be frisky. We'll see what Miami looks like later in the season.
Look at the first 7 weeks. I mean, they're all, you could say they're dogs in all but one of those games, but they're all coin flips. Basically.
Yeah, I mean, they're small dogs, which is hilarious considering the quarterback.
And you look at the teams they're playing. Which one of those teams is going to have, like, to me, it's going to be teams with vertical passing games that are going to be able to give the Panthers a lot of problems. So you look at the team, like which team is giving them problems, which team is going to be able to shred this team through the air. It's only a handful. So like, I think they're going to be able to play with some of these teams. And yeah, I guess, and I am still wanting to be on the Bryce Young will end up being better than CJ Stroud island. Well, I think we do.
You and Ryan O'Flanagan.
I mean, I'm not that impressed with CJ Stroud. So maybe it's more of the bar hasn't really been raised that high with that quarterback class, but I'm willing to, and Dave Canales has done this before to help a quarterback kind of take that step forward. So we'll see. I think it also relies on the running game, and their dumbass is bringing Jonathan Brooks back last season for some reason. Like, why have him sit out the whole year? And now you're going into this season with all of the things we're talking about, Chuba Hubbard and this dynamic
yeah, I mean, imagine if you could have had Jonathan Brooks added to this dumbass skill position.
Where are your spreadsheets at on that, Mr. Eager? Yeah, so I'd say, you know what, we'll keep them where they're at.
I'm at over 6.5 wins. I'm fine with. Favorite play, the Ted McMillan over 800.5 receiving yards. I think that jumps out at me. The upside ceiling stuff of him being like a PPR guy. We talked about Ted McMillan, most receptions in the league, 100-1. That's kind of an intriguing market, but I'll just keep it simple with the
just play his yards.
Yeah, 800.5 receiving yards. And Xavier Legette, I think, could be good too, but now it's like Jalen Coker. Although Adam Thielen leaving would certainly help the price of Xavier Legette stuff. I still like Xavier Legette, but we'll see how that shakes out. I mean, with Coker in there and Ted McMillan and how dynamic is the passing offense, I'm a little skeptical. The Ted seems like the guy they're going to feed.
Well, is the way we play this that is he playable in the division? I mean, fading Drake London, Mike Evans, Chris Olave.
There's
that's it. But that's not the scariest. Though, like, you want to talk about a division that doesn't really have the scariest of alphas. Drake London, we've seen it one year. He's got a second year quarterback that has bits of inaccuracy. He's probably the chalk to me. Mike Evans is getting old, and he had to get the gift from the Saints to get over 1,000 yards last year. And Chris Olave, who the fuck knows with Chris Olave? So McMillan is 12-1 with the division touchdowns, 11-1 with the division yards. Ibuka is actually favored over him in yards for the division at 9-1. Honestly, bridging outside, like Ibuka and McMillan at 9 and 11-1 to lead this division in yards is very interesting. But give me the 800 yards. That's a lock. I think you just point to Neighbors last year. He's not Neighbors. He's not that level of insane freak athlete, but he's tall as shit. And with Bryce Young, I think it almost pairs with his quarterbacking style. He's shorter. He has to throw the ball higher in the air. And so maybe if I was playing one of these division markets, I'd probably lean towards the longer price on touchdowns.
Yeah. We talked.
But how does he not? You think about what 800 yards is.
Yeah. Very
like 50,
doable.
50 yards a game.
Yeah. Well, even a little less with the 17th game.
Sure. But I'm just saying that's comical.
No, it should. The Tet stuff is my favorite of the Panthers stuff. We're both 8-9 for the Carolina Panthers, kicking it over to the Atlanta Falcons. 7.5 is the win total. I'm on the over 10-7. Kramer on the under 7-10. I will stick to my guns here on the over 7.5 wins. Not going to adjust anything here. I don't like that. Looks like they're going to be losing their right tackle here for a little while.
Feels important.
Oh, I agree. Certainly, he's going to miss significant time, maybe an IR stint. That being said, I am still high on this Falcons team. I like what I've seen out of Michael Penix, and I think this is a team that can kind of pop here. So over 7.5 wins. I got them 10-7. I think they're in a manageable spot. I like those the young pass rushers they brought in to have a nice little impact early on.
What are you reading about them? Because I'm not reading. It sounds like a lot of people are making general statements about how they got the horses now.
Yeah.
But I haven't really seen or read a ton of like actual like, yeah, he's crushing practice. And so I'll be curious to see how that. I think that defense is one of the bigger wild cards in the NFL.
Yeah, and I guess this is a projection, but I think Raheem Morris with these young guys, he can do some decent stuff on defense with them. And I believe I really like what I've seen out of Michael Penix and some of his high end throws last year. Again, it was a small sample size. It is a projection, but
yeah, we're in two different universes with Michael Penix.
Yeah, I think he's going to be good.
Yeah. I think he could. I think he absolutely could be good, but I also think he could be really bad. Like he has a pretty wide range for me still. I think he did like he made some really good throws. He had some unbelievable pocket naivete where he took some bad hits, and he made some just unquestionably bad throws. And so I'll be, it's fair to give him the chance to come out and progress and look better. I just hate that he lost his blind side. And with an offensive line that was supposed to be a strength on the team, or at least not a weakness on the team.
Yeah, no, I mean their offensive line ranked top 7. Obviously, that is before the Caleb McGarry missing some significant time there. No, some of the advanced on deep passes, 20+ air yards. Penix recorded a plus 1.3% CPOE and ranked number 4 in accuracy. So I think you throw in a guy who I like, quarterback, year 2, taking a jump, a lot of consistency at the coaching spot as well. Doesn't have to learn a new system. Doesn't have
that's
to.
Huge.
Can hit the ground running with Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts. Maybe it's his year. No, of course it's not.
Well, I think
the optimism has nothing to do with Kyle Pitts.
The offense
and their schedule, 4th easiest schedule according to win total.
Offense being good's fine. I'm not so sure where
we always just see these teams that creep.
The defensive coordinator too was kind of. I mean, what do we know about Jeff Ulbrich? He was Salah's puppet, so he was the defensive coordinator on a defensive head coach team.
Yeah,
not that different than now. He was the interim head coach where he completely cratered the defense.
That was bad. So that was kind of a disaster.
Sure. I'm just saying I don't know if I'm getting,
but also it's a defensive minded head coach, so I'm not worried about Ulbrich sabotaging the team.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm cautiously optimistic on the Falcons. We always see these teams quarterback year 2 sneak into the playoffs, then they get their ass kicked. This just feels like that team.
Yeah,
and Michael Penix Jr. If you saw that screenshot where they incorrectly right. If that is not a sign from the DGen gods that we got to be all in on Michael Penix.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Yeah, just not. It's an inaccurate penis.
Well, that's why you got to be careful.
You have to know when to come.
You got to know where you're spraying there with the Michael Penix Jr. Okay,
well, there's a reason. I mean, and we can get to the best bet for this, but there's a reason I love the interception prop here.
Okay,
I don't see a world where they're giving him a quick leash. I do think the offense is going to be good, and I think part of the reason it's going to be good is volume, and I think he's just going to have a number of interceptions. And so I think even if he's good, he's bad, no matter what path Penix takes, he's gonna be throwing picks.
I do think they're gonna be throwing a ton. Michael Penix most passing yards in the league, 25 to 1.
What's that number? Yeah.
In a dome, Ryan. Even if your take on the defense struggling, I could see them playing in a ton of shootouts. So
I think it helps for a lot of scenarios where the defense isn't as good.
Yeah.
And could it be one of those defenses where when they get a lead that the pass rush is able to activate, but the youth doesn't allow them to compete against teams that can kind of control the line of scrimmage? Yeah. So maybe they're just going to be a tale of when they play when they play let's see, what's a good example of when they play Washington. When they play Washington, it's going to be a shootout. But if they play Buffalo, Buffalo might just be able to lean on them. Yeah, Michael Penix most interceptions is the best bet.
Michael Penix most interceptions, best bet for the Atlanta Falcons for Kramer. I'm going. And
that price.
Give me the long Penix in most passing yards, 25-1.
That it's 16-1 by the way on that Penix prop.
Yeah, 25-1 for the most passing yards. All right, we'll close things out with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Before we do, of course, shout out to Circa Million, Circa Survivor. Still time. Get in on the contest. $21 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, though, it's on pace to hit 20 million. That's going to be awesome. Kramer and I got a couple Survivor entries. Circa Million, 6 million guaranteed over there, and it does seem like they're gonna have an overlay there. I don't know if that 6 million is going to be filled up. So that's an awesome opportunity. And Circa's great. They don't make a dime. In fact, they lose money just operating the contest because Derek just wants to put on a badass contests. Super fun. Sign up in Nevada, play from anywhere. Footballcontest.com. Promo code SGP. Get your $50 off your proxy fees. Footballcontest.com. Promo code SGP. $50 off your proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy. They have a massive announcement right around the corner. So you're going to want to get in now. So you get ahead of the rush. New customers play $5, get $50 in bonus funds. I cannot even make the announcement, but it's supposed to happen before NFL Week 1. So stay tuned. It's going to be pretty exciting. You're going to want to be already signed up for Underdog Fantasy. Kramer, do we want to do a little NFC South Week 1 underdog entry for the audience?
I suppose you are a big fan of the chat. I'm more of a podcast audience fan.
Well, I like them too, and I appreciate all the comments over on Spotify. Including someone responded to your quote about rugby. It's with Ryan enjoys getting tackled by men.
Yeah.
So that was a fun shout out to Spotify comments.
Not a pussy. Who's this guy? Sounds like a real pussy.
Michael Penix, Falcons Bucks game. I'm obviously high on them. 234.5 feels low. I mean, we saw how bonkers these games have been in that dome. We're going to be talking a little DFS just for Week 1, but I'm definitely going to have some Penix lineups and some Baker lineups. I could see this being a shootout again. But any thoughts on that game, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, my thought would be I think that game tends to be a shootout. So
okay, so you like the passing yards for Penix?
Sure.
Okay,
I might play the Baker side, but
all right.
I don't like all this Penix love you're bringing out.
Do you want to just play both quarterbacks higher passing yards? It's a little chalky, but I could see it. Baker's at 243.5. Penix is at 234.5. I do think they both go over.
Okay. I have an alternative one too.
Okay. What do you like?
Well, no, I'm in on that also.
All right.
I'm just saying in addition to the passing yard, I like a Spencer Rattler fumble lost with a Baker rushing touchdown.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. What does that return?
Come on, dude. It's football season.
Okay. So let me do the I like a little
oh, Sean.
Oh, what do we got? A juicy one?
Do I boost this as well?
Okay. Interceptions, fumbles.
Lost. Oh, it has to be 3 to 8. I can't use my boost. All right. So Spencer Rattler fumble. It's at the bottom. You have to expand. Fumbles lost higher. With Baker Mayfield.
Oh, just on that, Ryan, that $100 returns you $860 on the Baker to score a rushing touchdown and Rattler to fumble. I'm firing on that one.
Yeah.
And we got some sweet boosts. We'll save that for the NFC East. We'll do a 3-pick entry so we can operate our rocket ships. They are great at tossing your boosts in the air, including.
I'll drop the link in the chat too if anyone wants to.
Including, play $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you use the promo code SGPN. Underdog Fantasy. Promo code SGPN.
Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks last team. Feel pretty good about the 10-7 over 9.5 wins. For me, Kramer, you are on the Bucks at 11-6 over 9.5 wins as well. The Tristan Wirfs stuff, a little scary, and just looking at
that was there when we talked about the team though, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So I mean,
yeah, no, I mean that's
I feel like the pessimism around whatever that means is baked in. Now I could argue that we're at a relative low point, whether it's the uncertainty of God. The only real optimistic thing coming out of Bucks camp is what? Like what are you hearing on the national stage? Yeah, Ibuka. What else are you hearing?
The Chris Godwin's not going on IR.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So questions around Chris Godwin. You have the left tackle situation. Yeah. And so, if anything, I think when we previewed them was maybe a low point in terms of like where the general opinion was, and I feel like it brought me down a little bit too, because when I look at this schedule, I see a lot of road games against teams that I don't necessarily respect as much as the public.
Okay.
Which makes me think I need to adjust this team up. They're a 12-win team.
All right. Well, where are you?
This division isn't good.
I feel good at 10-7. I mean, I think some of these. I mean, at Atlanta, at Houston, I think those are two tough road games to start. Jets at home. Yeah, that should be a good Eagles at home. And now they play the Eagles well, but it's they still are the Super Bowl champs.
So exactly, you want to get the Super Bowl champs early in the season, hungover, drinking beer at training camp.
Okay.
What?
I mean,
that's true. You do, and in Florida, you like teams having to go down to the hot, humid.
Sure. Yeah, you're right. No, those are favorable. I look at week 11 and 12 at Buffalo, at Rams. That's brutal.
Rams might be starting Jimmy G at that point.
Yeah. I feel good at 10-7. I'm not.
The Panthers and the Dolphins at the end of the year. Who the fuck? I mean, yeah. I 12. Let's adjust it, Sean. In the
sure.
Let's see. What do I kind of want to. Let's adjust it in the third quadrant. Have them go 3-1 there.
It's Ryan changing his prediction to 12-5 on the over. Now, Ryan, you're 1 win short. So you will have to give someone in the NFC East a win.
Yeah, one more.
I wonder who it's gonna be.
I have a thought.
Okay.
Well, there. If you think about it, we've talked about. We have one more division, the NFC East, and there's one team in that division that I think it's not. I'm not going to give a win to the Cowboys. There is a team in that division that I think, my opinion, has slightly been upgraded on since we recorded the episode, and so I think that's the point of the exercise.
It's just so great that I'm always labeled the homer.
What do you mean?
Ryan's irrational.
Oh, you're assuming it's the.
Oh, it's 100% the Giants.
Okay, I would tune into the episode.
Okay,
if you're that certain.
I will to be tuned in the episode because I will be hosting it. All right, so what's your favorite play for the Bucks?
What's not my favorite play?
I know you got a bunch. Like for me, honestly, it's make playoffs at -140. That's not that fun.
It's the division.
Okay, what do you got the division at?
Plus, I mean, you can still get it at +110. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. So I know that I put it in a parlay when we were out at the Circa, like 3 days ago, and it was +110 there. So let's see what.
Okay. I'm just sticking with the over because I think I got Atlanta and Tampa Bay both 10-7. There's a world where Atlanta wins this division. I'm not. We'll save it for the final predictions if I make them
spicy.
My NFC South champs.
Can't believe you're going Penix over Baker.
I'm going over 9.5 wins for the Bucks. No, Baker had a great year, but also Baker. That was kind of an outlier statistically for.
He's
Baker.
finally in a good spot.
But then they change offensive coordinators.
Yeah, it's basically the same.
Is it?
Yeah, there's not a ton of change.
Okay.
If you listen to Baker talk about it, it's not. Obviously, you have a different person calling the plays, so
right?
Yeah,
and he's done a good job adjusting. Again, I'm not totally out on him. I just think
They spent a first round pick on a receiver when everyone thought it was going to be a defensive player.
Yeah.
That kid they got from Oregon, was it Tez Johnson? He looks fun. I mean, I think this offense is going to Bucky Irving. I mean,
yeah,
this is going to be an electric offense.
Should be solid.
Electric offense.
I think the schedule breaks right for this Falcons team, and I'm high on Penix.
All right, I'll ask you this: which at the end of the year, which offense has produced like better statistic, better fantasy players, Bucks or the Falcons?
I would say Bucks, or no, I'll go. Actually, I will go Falcons because they're in a dome.
You got to
game script wise. Yeah. Their defense has more questions.
For your answer, that had to be the right answer.
Okay.
So Circa has plus 106 right now. Green Book has minus 110. Shop it around.
All right. So for me, my lock or my favorite play for the Falcons for the Bucks is over 9.5 wins. Kramer likes NFC South. Kramer, what about your lock for the NFC South?
This feels base. Well, I really like two. One's like a chalky play, and one is a little bit of a long shot. I'll make the lock the Bucks.
Okay.
Bucks just win this division.
Bucks NFC South plus 110.
But man, I mean, this is probably a division that includes some of my favorite bets. Like the Bucks is parlayed to a shitload of stuff for me. The Michael Penix most interception bet is more than I would normally play on an interception leader. Ted McMillan is one of the few yardage plays I actually played as a paper ticket.
Yeah, I maybe he does throw a bunch of interceptions, but I like what I've seen out of that Michael Penix Jr. For me, my lock is
cut the Michael out of that.
Falcons over 7.5
Oh,
wins.
What?
They get to 8 wins.
Whoa.
Why is that crazy?
Oh my God.
It's not crazy.
Thank you.
It's not crazy.
I mean, well, it's going to happen. So
it's just a wild ass take.
Why is it so wild?
So TMZ of you.
How so?
People like the Falcons.
Really?
Fantasy football.
I've heard a lot of people shitting on the Falcons.
Fantasy football take.
Oh, you don't think fantasy managers are circle jerking about the Tampa Bay team?
You're gonna be so mad. You're gonna bet on Atlanta once this year, and it's gonna be Bijan's gonna do something soft. Michael Penix is gonna have a whoop. Yeah. Good luck. This is their craziest lock of the series so far.
I'm a madman. As someone pointed out, it's crazy to be that good at preseason betting. Destroyed the preseason market, right?
Yeah, no, I mean a couple. There's been some great forces in the preseason this year.
Oh yes,
Abdul Carter, Jackson Dart, Sean stacking the money green.
Do I get a preseason gold jacket like Jackson Dart?
Yeah.
Are they going to put him in the Ring of Honor already?
No, I don't think so. But he did
Abdul
with the
Carter.
coaches.
I mean, they may as well save time now. Start building the Ring of Honor.
Phil Simms is regretting not letting him use the number, I think.
Oh, okay.
Because
did he say that?
Well, it would have been a great way for Phil Simms to have some greatness remembered about him.
Oh wow, yeah. Shots at Phil Simms.
Yeah,
coming from a Giants fan.
Well, he allows his son is part of the take on.
I do hate Chris Simms.
Chris Simms is just an all-time bad take guy. He's almost like it's like he's been with Florio a little too much, but there's an art of the take, and he's been around someone who has the great art of the take, and so he's trying to mimic it, but he doesn't know how to do it.
Well, these people are just desperate for engagement, so they shit on Jalen Hurts, and then all the Eagles fans.
Well, that's easy. That's like a low bar.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Like make fun of mouth breather city fan base. They'll come after you.
Where else would you breathe from? Your nose? Is that the sophisticated?
I mean, you
New York elites.
Yeah, I would certainly want to. You get a lot more of the good stuff through your nose than your mouth.
Now that's the sound drop. All right, we're not going to top that. Hey, if you're watching live, youtube.com/sportsgambling podcast, smash that subscribe button. Part 2 of College Football Picks Week 1 live tonight, 8:30 Pacific. And I saw someone getting mad at Ryan for announcing the games in Pacific time zone. Well, as a sports gambling network, Sports Gambling Podcast Network, we operate on Vegas time, baby.
Oh, don't worry. I have a solution.
All right, there you go.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
Football is near, Sean.
Kramer, let it ride.
I want better fucking execution. I'm wet.
Wah, 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 wah.